Greetings and blessings, everyone. My name is Deborah El'elia, and I am speaking to you from the Temple of the Heart in South Portland, Maine. And I'm here today to talk with you about this most powerful sacred passage we have coming up this week, and also beyond this week, of the winter solstice 12/21/2012. The time that so many of us have been waiting for, and also of which there's been a lot of fear instilled in our culture. So I just wanted to talk just a little bit about that and bring you just some things to think about and tune into as we go through this sacred collective rite of passage on the earth. As many of you know, it is the ending of the long count in the Mayan calendar, according to many people. And this is a very significant ending of a 5,125-year cycle on the earth, and the ending of the long count in the Mayan calendar. And what it means is it's the ending of one cycle, the ending of one sun, and it's a movement into another one. And the elders say there is nothing to be afraid of, for it is merely the ending of one era and the beginning of another. Even though they didn't calculate past this date, it means that we are entering a new era on planet Earth. And it's what they call entering the fifth sun. So each of these cycles of 5,125 years is a sun to them, to the Mayans. And we also have the ending of a larger 26,000-year precession of the equinoxes. And some people believe that there have been 4 of these 26,000-year cycles, and we're ending that also now. There's also said to be an alignment with the ecliptic of the equator and the Hunab-Ku, which is the center of our galaxy, the center of our Milky Way. And the Hunab-Ku is what the Mayans call the galactic center. And this galactic center is like a voidal space, like a black hole, much like the womb, and is considered to be the place where things are birthed forth from. Stars, planets are birthed from this center of the galaxy. Now, every year around this time, the sun does align with the galactic center, which is at the ending degrees of Sagittarius. So it's not unusual for the sun to align, but this year what's different is it's actually the ecliptic of the Earth aligning with the galactic center, forming what some people say is like a new tree of life. So that's the informational part of what I want to share. And the bigger part of what I want to share is that this is a really exciting time to be alive. There is nothing to fear. And even though we can see the natural disasters in our world, the traumas and tragedies that are happening with shootings in the United States, even though those things are happening, it's just a sign of the times right now, these times of great purification that we're in, these times of great changing that we're in. And basically, it's a reflection of the old ways, the old world dying to make way for the new. And what's happening is all the things that need healing on our earth, in our human family, in the collective soul of humanity, are being magnified and coming to the surface. It's like the shadow side is coming out, and all the repressed emotions. And it's all coming to the surface so we can have healing, so we can come together as a people. Because this is the time on the earth now where we all need to come together as one, within diversity, honoring our diversity, but coming together and also honoring our unity. So my guidance is, whatever happens on the earth now, what's most important is that we bring our compassion and our love and our peacefulness to it, whatever it is, for whoever is involved, whatever side. And it's time on the earth now where we move beyond us and them thinking. So, or good and bad, us and the enemy. So it's really important for us to begin to see every single person on the earth as a brother and a sister, that we're all in this together. And those that may be misguided, they need our love and our compassion more than anything. So at this sacred transition, it's so important for us to begin to come into our heart centers, to come back into love and to find peace within. Because for us to have peace on the earth and love on the earth, we need to find that within ourselves. So at this sacred time, do whatever you can to meditate, pray, whatever it is that are your spiritual practices for whatever your tradition is, so that you can feel open in your heart and at peace inside. So whatever helps you to feel peaceful, grounded, connected to the earth, with your heart open, is going to be most important as we make this transition on the earth. So the other thing is love, bringing love to everything. And we're all human beings and things come up, but what we need to do now is to keep bringing ourselves back to love. And whatever thoughts, emotions that come through that aren't aligned with love, we just need to simply let that be, let them go, and bring our awareness and our attention back to being of loving kindness, to being in compassion, to coming from a peaceful place. And as many of you know, our thoughts are very important in creating a reality. So now more than ever, whatever we think and speak will become manifest much more quickly. So it's very important for us to be mindful, to clear our minds, to do healing on ourselves so we can be as clearly loving, peaceful, compassionate as we can. So at this time on the earth, we are moving into a golden age of peace on earth. Many people also believe we're moving into, and we are moving into the Aquarian age, according to astrology. We're leaving the Piscean age and entering the Aquarian age. This is all a process. Some people think, on December 21st, 2012, everything's going to magically change. Well, it's really a process. And even the Mayan elders say, we don't really know when that transition is. It's just right now. And so whatever we can do to be fully present in each moment is really important. That's why our meditations and our spiritual practices and our ceremonies are so important. Because more than anything, we need to be aligned spiritually and in our own divine presence, which is within our hearts. So as we make this transition, it may take years for people to catch up and to awaken. And I think most of you know that if you look around, you can see that so many people are awakening and that we are right now in the middle of a great spiritual awakening, and awakening on planet Earth. There are so many wonderful people doing so many wonderful things. And at this time, what's important is for us to release our suffering as much as we can and release any striving to be anything but ourselves, and to just honor who we are, to really honor whatever gifts and abilities we have that we can bring forth now in this new earth to be of service, to help in the co-creation, this co-creation of the new earth. Because in this new age that we're moving into is a time like never before on the earth, where we are more empowered as co-creators, where with our thoughts and our prayers and our visions, we can actually co-create a beautiful earth together, a new earth that's based in love and peace and equality and justice for all, and grace and beauty and cooperation and harmony. So focusing on those things within yourself is always the best place to start, because the world is a mirror for us. So whatever's going on in the world still is a mirror of things within ourselves that still need to be healed. So when we look at things going on in the world, if we can start to see the sacred mirror of everything, it would be very helpful. And the Mayans have a beautiful greeting, in Lakesh Alakin, and what that means is, I am you and you are me, we are one. In Lakesh Alakin. And that reminds us that we are all sacred mirrors for each other, that we are one. We all come from the same source of God, of creation, of all that is. And another thing right now on the planet is many of you are feeling the divine feminine energies coming back to the earth or being reawakened. And this is something that is so needed on our earth now. The values of love and caring and cooperation with each other and being in sacred relationship with all of life, with the earth, with the cycles, with each other, with ourselves, to learn deep self-love and honoring, to learn to be in communion with ourselves, with each other, with the earth, with God, Goddess, all that is. It is so crucial at this time that we come into that gentle yet powerful sacred relationship with all of life, because this is what's going to bring great change on our earth. And for us to listen to our hearts and our passions and to take action where we need to bring loving change to our earth. And I love something I heard of in the ancient Hawaiian tradition. It is said that we are to be agents of calm during this time. And that's really struck me. So as much as we can hold our own calm, peaceful center, the better for all. And as we raise our vibration, as we each move into a vibration of love and healing and light, as we embody the light and the higher frequencies that are coming onto the earth as we move into the fifth dimension on the earth, the more we'll be able to raise other people, because there's what's called the law of resonance. So as we more and more of us raise our vibration, it's going to affect everyone on the earth. So some people say, well, there's so many problems in our earth. How could we possibly be moving into a golden age? And the thing is that we just need to reach a tipping point. And we've reached that tipping point now. And once we reach that tipping point, and there's just enough people that are in this new consciousness that I've been talking about, that more and more people are going to be raising their consciousness to this new place. So we're on the earth moving more from a third dimensional reality, material reality, to a more spiritual and what's called the fifth dimension reality. And it's interesting that the fifth dimension group out in the 60s had that song, This is the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius, and their group is called the fifth dimension, and that's what we are moving into on the earth. It's a place where it's much more spiritual, more telepathic communication with each other, living in harmony, living from our hearts, and knowing that we are all connected in the unified field. And that's another thing now with quantum physics is proving that we are really all connected. We really are all one in the great web of life, in the unified field of oneness and love that permeates everything in our universe. So I leave you with this, to do whatever you can to bring love and healing and light and peacefulness and compassion to everything in your life. And when you get off track, to just bring yourself back to your heart, to be humbled, to connect spiritually, and remember that we are the ones we've been waiting for, that it's time now that we all embody our divine presence, our divine self. We don't need intermediaries. We all can have our own direct connection with God, Goddess, all that is. So I leave you with these blessings of much love and peace and beauty during this most sacred transition on the earth through 2012 and beyond, into the years ahead that we have to co-create the new earth together. Thank you so much, and infinite blessings of love to everyone. Namaste.